What is up, y'all? This is Vasar here, and I was actually planning on doing this video a lot earlier than I am right now. But this is going to be a very long prediction into the future, and I would like any of my subscribers who would like to do this, you know, you can either type it below or do a video response or something. I'm going to give my extremely early predictions. I know these probably won't happen, but what I would love to see, Wrestlemania 26 in Arizona. These are the matches I would love to see. If even a couple of them happen, great. Yeah, here is what I would predict would happen at WrestleMania 26. A couple of these matches are a long shot since we don't even confirm if a couple of these guys are back with the company yet. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But you know, this is what I would love to see. I kick off the night with Big Show versus Umaga. This is a big man match that I do want to see since, like I said, I believe Big Show is talented when he wants to be. He can have good matches, and Umaga I think is very talented. I'm actually really looking forward to his match with CM Punk at Judgment Day. So yeah, I would have this match definitely. I know it wouldn't be a great match, but it would be an entertaining match, I believe. Then Money in the Bank, I would have John Morrison versus Shelton Benjamin versus the Brian Kendrick versus Gregory Helms versus Finlay versus Carlito versus Evan Bourne versus Rey Mysterio. And that would be Money in the Bank. I believe that would be an excellent Money in the Bank ladder match. I know it would be a very spot-happy Money in the Bank ladder match, but that's what ladder matches are supposed to be. I believe, yeah, it could be great. And there's so many potential guys in here who would win. Me, if I were booking it, I'd probably put John Morrison over in this one. Or, you know, Evan Bourne or Ray or one of these guys. A lot of people, I just want to add to this as well. A lot of people say that Shelton Benjamin should have won by now. He should have been world champion by now. If I haven't said this before, Shelton Benjamin has done several interviews where he said that he does not want to be world champion. He does not want to go above where he is now. He said that he's already accomplished a lot more than he thought he would, and that he's very happy where he is. He said if he had the world title, that would put too much weight on his shoulders, and he really doesn't want that. So if he's happy where he is, I'm happy for him, right? He hasn't been in any trouble with the company other than, you know, playing video games backstage and all that stuff like that. He's never tested positive for drugs, so he's clean. Apparently he's very cool backstage, so you know what, keep him, and he's happy where he is, then that's fine, good for him. But yeah, I'd probably have either John Morrison, Evan Bourne, or if they want to give Ray another title reign, which hopefully they do, they'd probably put him over in this one. But then I would have a fatal four-way for the Intercontinental title. I'd have Mr. Kennedy versus Chavo Guerrero versus The Miz versus Kofi Kingston. Like I've said, I think Chavo Guerrero is very underrated in the WWE. I would love to see him in the Intercontinental title picture, so I'd put him in this match. The Miz, great Intercontinental type champion, so yeah, I'd put him in here. Kofi Kingston, again, at that same level. I don't think these guys are too ready to have a world title run yet, but they will get there eventually. And Kennedy is Mr. Injury Bug. You know, he might be injured 6 months from now again. He might be, you know, so I don't know. But if he is still around, I would love to see, you know, him in an Intercontinental title match and then move on to a world title match sometime next year. Then I would have MVP versus Kane. I would put Kane back on Raw at some point in the future, since SmackDown has too much talent, and I believe he's a better fit on Raw. So yeah, I'd put him back on Raw and have him in a match with MVP. This is just a match I sort of threw together. MVP, I hope, is thrown into the title picture sometime next year. So having him go up against a big main event guy like Kane, and I said possibly a cage match or something like that at Mania, then that would be a great thing for him. Have him go over, and then maybe in the next couple months put him in the title picture as well, and maybe have him win the belt. Because at this point right now, I know a lot of people are saying he should win it. I don't think he's ready to win the belt quite yet. I say give him another year and then put the belt on, because I think he has earned it. So yeah. And then I would have a tag team match that I thought was going to happen at this year's WrestleMania. Christian and Jeff Hardy versus Matt Hardy and Edge. I still believe that this would be an excellent tag match. It would be an excellent mixed brand type tag match. This is only assuming, though, that Jeff Hardy is still with the company by the end of the year, which I still hope he is. I still hope he changes his mind. I hope WWE offers him a good deal and that he stays as comfortable. And yeah, I still believe that that this would be an excellent tag match. You could still sort of work this out as a sort of a year-long feud and sort of keep this going. We saw hints of it at Backlash with Edge and Christian, and we don't quite know if Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy is quite done yet. You know, he might interfere in the match at Judgment Day. We still don't know. So I think that would be an excellent tag team match to have for a WrestleMania type standard. So yeah, since all four of those guys are basically main event wrestlers by now. So up next, I would have Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes. Yes, I'd say around this time would be when Legacy sort of splits up. Hopefully they have a great split up storyline, kind of like when Evolution and Batista left and he fought Triple H, you know, at Mania. I was hoping that they'd have something like that. And then, you know, in the middle you have Ted DiBiase, who's trying to decide whether he sides with Orton or he sides with Cody Rhodes. I think that'd be a great storyline to get Cody Rhodes more over, and it'd probably get him better skills on the mic too, since his mic skills right now are not that good. So hopefully that works out, and I would love to see a match between these two guys at WrestleMania. I honestly would. And up next, I would have a match that has actually never happened on pay-per-view before. I think it's probably happened on a SmackDown or a Raw a couple times, but Undertaker versus Chris Jericho. Now, these guys have potential to have an amazing feud here. And it's not even for a world title, you know. Like, these two have a chance to have an amazing feud. And, you know, I would love to see it start here, or even if they want to start it late in this year and sort of move it in and end it at WrestleMania, if they want to do that, that'd be fine. But these two guys have potential to have, like, an amazing match, you know. Jericho is an amazing wrestler, so is The Undertaker. So, yeah, and this is a match I do want to see on pay-per-view at some time. So, hopefully we get to see it on a big stage like WrestleMania. So, yeah. And then up next, I just put down there, throw some random women's match together. Probably, if I were to choose, I'd have Gail Kim versus Beth Phoenix. But knowing the WWE, they'll probably put Kelly versus Michelle McCool or something like that. You know, just have a random Divas match in there to keep the women happy that they get a place on the card, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, if I had the choice, I would say Beth Phoenix versus Gail Kim and give them like 8 to 10 minutes. But like I said, it's the WWE, so you never know. You're going to get women's style. So, and then up next, now there's a rumor that Shawn Michaels' contract expires after next year's WrestleMania, and he might not be re-signing with the company since he wants to spend more time at home with his family nowadays, even though he already has that lighter schedule. So there's a chance he might not resign. However, a few guys have gone on record saying that he probably will after he finds out how much he's going to miss it, blah, 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 how much he loves being there. So, you know, but, you know, if it is or if it isn't, I would still love to see this match. I know we've seen it quite a few times before, but it's been a few years, and I honestly believe this could be an amazing match. Triple H versus Shawn Michaels. I do want to see this, and I do want to see this at a WrestleMania, folks. And they need no gimmick. I don't want any gimmick in this match. This match should just be a regular one-on-one match, like the one they had on Raw back in December of 2003. That was an amazing match. They didn't need any gimmick for that one. They don't need any gimmick for this one. And if this is Shawn Michaels' last match, what better way for him to go out than a match with Triple H? So, you know, I do want to see this match one way or the other. Even if Shawn does resign, I do want to see that match. Then up next, I would have John Cena versus Batista. Now, I would have this as their third match. I want them to have a match sometime either this year or the beginning of next year so that they can have the tiebreaker. They've only had one other match previously. And then this match at WrestleMania will be that tiebreaker. Cena will have one, Batista will have one. Then they'll go one-on-one for the Raw World title. And, you know, that's a match that I do want to see yet again, since their match at SummerSlam was a great match. So, yeah, you know, this one was supposed to happen at this WrestleMania, but then Dave got injured, so it turned to the triple threat match. So, I do want to see this match at a WrestleMania. It has drawing ability, and it will be a very good match. And then for my main event, like I said, this main event is very on the edge, since we don't know if this guy's going to come to the WWE or not, but I would have it CM Punk versus Kurt Angle. If Kurt Angle decides to leave TNA and come back to the WWE, this is the main event of WrestleMania that I want to see. This is a dream match. I would have Kurt Angle win the Royal Rumble, Punk have a good title run through mid this year to sort of the to Mania time, have a good title reign, and then him and Angle, a match I want to see. Now that's my dream WrestleMania 26 card. I want to hear yours, folks. Let me know what you got. Isbazoo.